Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what happened to the first live stream. It wouldn't let me add myself, so I just had to stop it and start over. So we may give a few minutes to let everybody come in. Nobody's emailed me with thoughts for the True Crime Rewards or True Crime Award show. So let me add. Let's see. Waiting to see some of my mods in here. I hope we're not split between two different live streams. So before anybody else texts me, believe it or not, I have watched the video from the actual camera. I've watched it where SF Investigates put it up. I've watched it where Grey Goose put it up. I've watched it where Evil Entered put it up. I've watched where Evil Exists put it up. All that. Because guess what? That's my job. Like, when it's the biggest story going on YouTube right now in true crime, believe it or not, I'm going to be checking into it. Yes, Denise, this is live. Gonna run through and say hey to everybody.
This video contains subject.
I'm waiting to see a few more people come in because they might have got trapped between live streams. Hey, Miss Smiley, Jean, Antique Little Girl, Denise. How's everybody doing today? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got questions about the video stuff too. Like, here's my first question. Have the police known about it all this time? And are they just now releasing it? Or are they just now finding out that this camera was recording this? Okay, that's one question. And then I want Jules had reposted CNY Family Stories comment that they asked to be reposted. And I'm going to show it on screen and read it out loud. Because it kind of speaks about how I feel. I don't know how else to put it. There's so much distraction and disturbance, I guess is the word, and I've even looked, like, people have lightened it up, and sorry, I was just looking at a picture I just got. Have lightened it up and changed it up, I guess, to where it's clearer and you can see, and it's in color and it looks like daylight rather than nighttime. But the thing is, y'all, it's still an ass ton of distance away. And hold on, I'm trying to put where I can see comments on my screen. and still get this for you guys. Okay. Community. All right, I want to show y'all this. Okay. Screen share. Sorry, y'all. It's just working slowly. Hey, Muffin. Hey, Eden. How you doing? Hey, Katie. Okay, it bumped you right out good. I don't know. It wouldn't let me join. It wouldn't let me join. It would let me join the chat, but it wouldn't let me join on screen. I don't know what was going on. It was weird. Welcome to the weird world. I don't know what is going on with my cell phone either. And once it powered, it died because it's one that you can't take the battery out. Once it died, I was able to turn it back on and put my SIM card back in, and it seems to be working. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Oh, thank you, Denise. Screen share. Y'all, I'm going to do as much as I can. This is going to have to be a short live because I'm just going to tell you my chest is killing me. While I play some videos, I may do a breathing treatment while we're live. Please bear with me. It's the only way I might be able to make it. Went on to come up on the screen. What's up, Killer? Thank you so much. Yes, I have. When I went, I had a mask. When I went to the doctor the last time, the full mask, and they gave me the setup that looks like the one they give you at the hospital, with the piece that goes in your mouth. I probably sound really crazy right now. In your mouth, and has the straight tube coming out. So it seems to be working better. It's more like the ones they give. Oh my God. Tight is beyond the word. It's my head. You know how it feels when you get like a swollen joint or something swole up and you can tell it's like not your skin ain't got no more give. That's how my head feels. Vitamin C, zinc, and elderberry. Denise, I live by. Okay, show on stream. Just in case y'all can't see it, I'll read this to you. And then we are going to look at a couple videos. Greetings, Ara. As soon as I play a video, I will do a breathing treatment. That way, it won't bother y'all. Yeah. It's my own fault. I blame myself for having the breathing problems I'm having, smoking, and it is worse eating because of the long fungulitis, Rona, whatever you want to call it. Oh, killer cerebral palsy is no joke. No joke. I did in-home care. I had 2 clients that had cerebral palsy. Actually, they were a couple. She wasn't as badly affected, but she had medicines to stop. No, I don't have asthma. I have bronchitis. I've been battling with walking pneumonia since Lance got hospitalized. So it's been about a month or so. I've had the flu in between. But let me read this. I think this is really important, you guys. Some people might agree with me. Some people may not. Yep, killer. Yep. Oh, Lord Keister, if you use a CPAP or a BPAP, you're right about that. And Kiely, you are 100% right on the sitting. That'll make it worse. And I was a few minutes late to the live, and I do apologize, you guys. Just know I was a little late, but I had to fix little man's supper and mom and kind of wait on both. Still having to do that. She's still bedbound. Denise, I have almost quit. I am there. I'm down. I was a pack a day. Now I got down to a half a pack a day. Now I'm limiting myself to 7 a day. And so far, I have not reached my maximum. So next week, I go down to 5 a day that I'm limited. Trying to do it in a way that I won't backslide, if that makes sense. My doctor even agreed with me. He said quitting cold turkey is usually the best, but some people he doesn't advise to do that. And as long as I've been smoking, he doesn't want me to do that. So because he wants me to have a chance of continuing to not smoke. And I do too. I think that'll help me. I want to read this. I love, by the way, if you've not subscribed to Killer Looks, go subscribe to Killer Looks. Go subscribe to Miss Smiley. Don't forget to drop their links. Hit Miss Eden's channel up too. And one of my faves, I just love True Crime Reactions with Jules Altrade. She reminds me of Lacey. I can't help it. She reminds me of my child. And that's no shade to her because I'm an old lady and she's about, my children are 31. Will be 32 in January. So nothing like Casey that I was on live stream last night. He's younger than my children, you know. But I think this is important. I commend her, and they wanted this posted, the CNY family, and shared out. So, bingo, you know. Katie, if you're talking about the one about Gray Hughes, yes, ma'am. Exactly, and he told Maestro. The doctor said my regular MD told me that a step down program is the best. Is the best to use. It is the most successful. If I'm doing a step down program and I'm doing it like I'm not using medicines. I'm not taking a pill. I'm not doing anything. I do have some lozenges that I can do. And I have a toothbrush that I'm chewing on. When I'm trying to make myself wait, I have to wait a certain amount of time between cigarettes. I've been even smoking a half of them. I'm not allowed 100s. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff to where it makes it really difficult. And by the time that you are allowed to have the cigarettes, you really don't want one. That's the whole idea, is the way it was explained to me. Okay, so let's read this. Jules says, mic drop. I was just talking to a sub about this on Facebook Messenger. This video doesn't show anything. It is a short clip that stops and starts over before these so-called lights even reach the shoreline, that you can clearly see even with it being black and white. So I'm going to call bullshittery on this one too. Thanks at the CNY family for saying it so I didn't have to. Smiley face. Now, oh God. Bama Cat, really? I'm so sorry. I know where Murfreesboro is and my prayers are going out for you. I understand. What's up, Woolston Home? Thank you. I can't chew gum, Denise. I wish I could. That's why I'm doing the toothbrush. Okay, so the CNY family said, everyone, pay attention. That video that everyone wants to claim is Kiely's car going into the lake. If you keep watching that and don't shut it off after the lights go out, you can clearly see that the car made a turn and continues to go down the road. People are doing this for clicks and views. Don't be sucked in. Also, if you believe this, then you are saying that AWP is not credible and lied to everyone. Why would they do that and risk their reputation and their business? Next thing, that Megan lady is full of shit. She is lying, and you can tell if you really listen. She's being told exactly what she can and cannot say. That is why she is nervous and can't speak straight. She is inserting herself into this and jumping from channel to channel. And no one who has her own is calling her out on all her BS. It is ridiculous. Let me say this real quick, okay? Yeah, Rhonda, Sassy done told me on the phone. I agree. I agree with you. It's very difficult to see. Yeah, she shot multiple rounds, and I think she hit them. Woolston, I think it's been put out to discredit AWP. I think it's very calculated for this to come out at the time it's coming out. I think knowing what I know, which is the toxicology report is back and been sealed, and because she's a minor, the parents don't want the stuff out there. What are they afraid of? Okay, that's another one. And why do you not want it out? Why are you so mad at AWP? And by the way, I have the original reports, by the way, about, and we're going to look at, about the reward and where all the money come from. And let me say this, if they keep threatening Squirrel, whatever her name is, and I apologize for not being able to remember it, I do apologize. And let me tell you this, the Margie, Maggie, whatever her name is, the collar lady, the Sammy's new best friend, you're welcome to come here and I'll give you a link and we will be respectful to you. But what I will tell you is I won't give you cream puff questions. I'm going to ask you the hard questions that you don't want to answer. Point blank, period. Right, Denise, I agree. I agree. Hey, True Crime and other stuff, welcome. Right, what would AWP gain from lying? And if she drove her car right off into the water, was it purposeful? Was she trying to unalive herself? Because I have went back and looked 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 9 months ago, 2 months ago, before something happened to her. There are huge ruts in that road. It would be like going over speed bump after speed bump after speed bump, back to back. You know you're going on a different road. I don't care how drunk you are. You can't be that drunk. If you're that drunk, you're not going to be able to text your mom. You're not texting Sammy back or answering that call. You're not going to be able to start your car and find your headlights to turn them on proper and get down there. Come on. It's those of you that have ever been intoxicated, y'all know that. I agree. Now, possibly, listen, there is a camera up there. But from that camera, tell me if y'all can identify that as being Kiely's car. Real talk. Can you see that and see that it's Kiely's car? And if she was driving the car and the passenger side window's down and the one that's behind her is down, why are you going all the way to the back of the vehicle in the hatch part? And there's all these other lights around. And nobody saw her go in the water or said or did anything. Because there's not a call from dispatch to the deputies on patrol. Okay? There's no call there. Okay, if, again, I'm not saying it's not her car. Okay, here's a question for you. Devil's advocate, it's Kiely's car. Okay? That's Kiely's car. Does that prove that nobody else was in the car with her? Does that video prove that nobody else was driving that car? That's my two questions. Let's hear it. Answer that. Does that video show that nobody was in her passenger seat? Does that video show that nobody else was behind the driver's wheel? Does that video show that she wasn't in the trunk of her car? That's my questions. And no, my answers is no, it does not. It does not. I wish I could drink, y'all. I would. See, because I do some rock and rye and warm water like Grandma used to do and roll up in a thing and see what happens. I'm supposed to be taking Coracine and HBP. I got a screenshot of what it's $17.98 for it's all I know at Walmart for the 20 count. I don't know what I do with my phone. I'm sitting on it. Hold on. Because I got a screenshot of it, I'll tell y'all. And I got to finish reading this. And we're going to look at the video. Because it pisses me off. Yeah, moonshine, amen. With the cinnamon stick and the mint would be awesome. I miss the days that Papa was around to do that. Because Papa, with the running of the moonshine, we always had that. Always had that. I'll tell you which one it is. Shit. I can find it. Did I take a picture at the school? I'm so confused right now. Somehow I took a picture when I was doing the live stream. I don't understand. On the old phone that I ain't using. I changed. I done finished reading this, by the way. Okay. Oh, stopped it. It was ridiculous. It makes me so mad. I wish I could go live so freaking bad right now. I have so much to say. I'm $60 away from being able to get back on. So soon I will tell you all exactly what I think. I don't know what that means. Just please, everyone, use your common sense. P.S. That video came from SF Investigates. That's my point. Thank you, guys. And we know that he's not a trustworthy source. P.S.S. Please share this post. So I'm sharing it. True Crime, I don't think I got your email. I don't know when you sent it, but I don't think I got one. But I agree with this. We've got to use our critical... Now, we're going to look at the video. But what I am going to tell you is SF Investigates. You know, Ticket TV's good buddy. The new good buddy. No. The first... No. The one that everybody... How do I say this? The original video that everybody was looking at. Bingo, Woolston. Oh. Yeah, Mike, sure. You just have to show your face backstage. You don't have to show it on screen to everybody. As I understand, as I know, the first place the video became reported and available was on Twitter by SF Investigates. You might give me just a second. I'm dropping a link. Got you. All right, I just dropped the link to come up in the chat. But yeah, what I'm not understanding, and what to me the questions I have is, okay, let's play devil's advocate, okay? Let's say that is Kiely's car, since the time was right and whatnot. Let's say that is her car. I'm just waiting to see him backstage, y'all. Um, okay. That being said, how do we know who was in the car? What does this change? We have proof the car went in on that night. Okay, well, I've never doubted that part. I've never said, I've been willing to have an open mind to it, but, right, Jenny Rose, I've been willing to have an open mind to this. But that being said, okay, Mike, got you. If you want your camera off, go ahead and close it. I see you. It's up to you. Oh, I got an email. You want to keep your camera on? Just give me a thumbs up, and I'll add you to the stream. I can't hear you yet. I just can see you. Where did my headphones go? Okay, I'm going to pull you up on screen. Hold on. Y'all wait just 1 second. Okay, you're on screen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. But
Yeah, I hear you when you're backstage.
Okay. I'm used to StreamYard, that's why.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I just got done watching Gray's timeline, and I find it very interesting, actually. And at 12:33, you can actually obviously see the car as it's heading into the water.
Yes.
So I have a hard time believing that Sammy had a communication with Kiely at 12:36, because that means she's in the water. The light's still in the water; it's floating. And at 12:33, she goes into the water from that house, or whatever camera that is. So that video itself of what Gray does, and I normally don't like Gray. I'll say it clearly, but he did a great job with the overlay. I can give him that, and it really makes Sammy look like a big time liar.
Right.
Because
and
I noticed the speed. I can't get the speed on it because you can't tell if it's by 3 seconds or not. But that car was going kind of fast going in. So who has time to pick up the phone and I'm driving fast for whatever reason? And then it also makes Elsa look like a liar. She couldn't see her at 1 o'clock.
Bingo. I agree. I mean, your points and what you're having to say are exactly what I've been having trouble with all along. It's you get one story and then it has to switch and change because evidence is produced. So the narrative has to morph to fit. What are you trying to hide?
And then I think some people might have misunderstood the AWOP story with Nick, to be honest with you.
What part of that are you speaking about?
Well, some people were thinking it was Jagger and Kiely in the car, but I realized that, okay, let's say it was Jagger. Maybe he might have mistaken the car itself to Jagger's actual car or somebody else's. But the point is, this video, that Gray timeline, whatever we are going through at this process has nullified a lot of things.
Right.
And the only thing I'm going to keep on saying for most of your chat, I'm not going to stay on long and take this along. All I'm going to ask is, why can't we now, for the next 26 days, just be in prayer about this? Because on the 1st, which is in 26 days, we're going to get the talks report. The truth is going to come out, no matter what.
Not necessarily.
I have faith that it will. I don't see the law enforcement playing around like that.
Well, it's not up to law enforcement. Being that she's a minor in California, the parents can choose to seal the tox report. They can't the autopsy, and the cause of death and the death certificate, but they can the toxicology.
Well, I call it is if there's a criminal matter, I would want all of that
Agreed.
information being sealed going into a court of law because it's a minor. Other
Agreed.
than that, if it's a regular accident, I don't think they
What's the high?
can totally seal that like that and all because people could apply the Fire Act into play.
We would think. I I actually had a question. Maybe you can answer it from going over Gray Hughes. Maybe I missed something when I watched because I watched him fast. I watched three or four different ones, and then I got stuck. I'm not going to lie on the family of four, and the gruesomeness of their discovery that they didn't
Yeah,
even go into last night. Um, how do I say this? If you've ever seen, have you seen the ruts on the road? They're almost like speed bumps.
yeah.
Even highly intoxicated, it would be jarring, and you, as someone familiar with the area, would know, hey, that's not how the road feels. That's one.
Hmm.
And then two, what does the video actually prove? It proves that the car went in the area that AWP found it on that night. If we say that's Kylie's car and the
Hmm.
video shows it going in the water, it proves that that car went in the water at that time.
Yep.
Okay? It doesn't prove who was behind the wheel,
No.
doesn't prove who was in the car, doesn't prove whether or not Kylie was in the driver's seat, the passengers, the rear, or the boot,
The
or
other thing that I noticed on it, and Gray didn't pick it up, there was another car itself,
yes,
kind of like in that area that had lights off, and you could see this car taking off. Like
yep,
if it was Kylie, which I have a hard time believing it's by herself, this car is driving away like it's trying to get away from something.
yes,
Like it's going faster than what you should normally be going faster on a road like that.
absolutely.
But I gotta rewatch it a couple times because this pixelation and zoom in that he had, your eyes are going to play tricks on you. It's kind of like looking at a star. Is it just illuminating as it is, or is it moving? That's what I need. That's the next step for me is to figure out is this card kind of jerking itself, or is it going at a steady pace? I don't know that answer, and I unfortunately I can't see the chat to see what people are saying. But that is my curiosity for the chat is what they think,
They're
or
saying
even
it looked
yourself.
like it turned around and took off. The other vehicle just turned around and took off.
Hmm.
And that's what I saw. And then
Then
it
I
looked,
also then I also noticed across from that area, you had a lot of lights on there, and one of them was like real illuminated. So I'm
yes,
wondering is obviously you could tell there was three parties, like you could see all the
yep,
lights.
yep,
What did those people like overall? There were people on this within this area. Unless no one's done a sound check, but I would think if you go in the water like that with the speed itself on that, you would hear at least something like a car
exactly,
because it's not really that far.
exactly. And there's a good point being made by, I'm not sure about her first name, last name, Casey, in the chat. It looks like right at the beginning when you see all the headlights kind of clustered
Hmm.
and you see shadows moving back and forth around those headlights, like there's person activity running around those vehicles before they separate and that car goes down that stretch by itself. Then the car hesitates. It seems like it almost stops at
You
one
can
point.
even kind of time if you can figure out when the fighting is. This is how I've been going with my timeline on here. From about 11:45 a.m. Now that's why I'm going to do more research on it. 11:45 a.m. to about 12:15. What were all these cars and lights doing in that time period? Because the key thing that I've been looking at is the Life 360. Like did the water make it go out, or did someone manually do it? When I looked at
Right.
one of the timelines that I came across, it said 12:03 that was like kind of turned off, and I was like, okay, to turn it off, you have to manually do this on the device.
Right. I
And
thought
I've
so
had
as
some
well for
people even
science.
argue with me. It's like, oh, no, no, nobody said about Life 360 being turned off, that
Yes,
you're
they
mixing
did.
up with something else. And I'm looking, I'm like,
No, you're
no, I
not.
remember that.
No,
I
you're not.
remember
You
that
are correct.
dearly.
Because I thought at first that they were saying the ping was at 12:03, and I'm like, oh, they've got it wrong. It was 12:33. But you are correct. It said, and it's the app that her mom and her were using to share location. That
But
was turned off.
there's a
It said at
problem with using that
12:03.
word ping, that, to be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
See, this is, I'll do this with the lighter. If I have this on right here, and I have this
Uh
on
huh.
here,
Uh huh.
I turn this one on. Eventually, at this point, it goes to here.
Yes.
This reads it, and it comes off, then it goes back. That's a ping.
Yes.
That means the device has to be on when you're doing this on pinging.
Yes.
But because she has Life 360 and it's a device, and everyone has a smart device, people should realize by now we're all trackable. Most computers have some form of an RFID chip in it. We all worry about getting it on the arm, but it's really in our smart devices the whole time. That's, from what I've learned, that's like a form of what they call digital forensic footprinting. Like
Yes.
everything you do is within this cloud system.
Yes.
So I think what we're more looking at is, what is the FBI trying to do? Because
I'm
if it,
hoping the FBI has gotten the black box out of her car because the information, and I'm
I'm
giving you a video I did.
I heard
Um,
one ex officer put it. It's not like a black. They use the
no,
word black
no,
box, but
it's
it's
not
more of
like
a
a
kind of like a data
airplane.
recorder.
Yes, it is. It's a data recording device, but the 2013 version, according to Honda, and I have the schematics in the
Hmm.
video I uploaded, and I'm going to show it. It's just like 2 or 3 minutes long in this live stream. It will tell how fast she was going when she hit the water and what time it was. There is damage to the driver's side, rear, above, and below the tail lights. It will tell if that damage occurred before she went in the water or 6 months ago. But it's her first car, but
Now,
it's an
the
expensive car.
thing
So
that
would the
I,
parents have
I'm
repaired damage? You
sorry
know,
about that. The thing that I'm mostly looking at is the airbags. Something
yes,
doesn't
it'll
make
tell
sense
about
with the
those too,
airbags not
unless
coming
they're
out.
turned off. You can turn them off.
Yeah, you can turn them off. Yes, that's what made me wonder. It was like how much all of this has been manually done to
Yes.
manipulate that vehicle,
It'll
unless
tell if
there's
those
a
airbags were turned
defect.
on and off and why they didn't deploy. It'll tell about the windows
Hmm.
when they were rolled down. It'll tell
Um,
what time those windows were rolled down. I've got the schematic report
did
and where it
you
was located in
ever
the car and everything.
did you ever look up on any potential recalls on the vehicle? Like that could be a possibility of why the airbags didn't deploy.
There was a recall on that car, but I believe, I want to say it had something to do with the pressure plate in the ones that had either the dual transmission or um, manual transmission.
Okay.
Woolstein said you can only turn off with the passenger side. That's what I thought. I know in the Nissan that my mother has that's very similar to that Honda. It's a Nissan Rogue. It's very similar to a Honda CRV. Um, you'll
I
find
did
sometimes
I
cars
did
share the same
find
engine.
a exact identical one at a CarMax near my
Uh-huh.
area. This gives me an idea to grab a camera, go into that exact vehicle. It was different color, but still the same vehicle, and ask questions to the car dealership, acting like I need to buy it.
Yeah.
It's giving me an idea.
Well, I wanted to. Did you get an answer to this question? Because this is what I got told by mechanics about the car in neutral. Will it crank in neutral? For 2013, it's yes and no. And I'm going to tell you why. The
Hmm.
first half had the key with the key fob that you push the button and the half key flips out, if you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about. The second half and the more luxury model had the key fob that's keyless, that just has to be within a certain distance of the car. If you have the keyless key fob, it will not crank in neutral. If you have the one that the key flips out, it will crank in neutral. Either way, though, you can't pull the, if the car is in neutral and you turn it off, you can't take the key out of the ignition. It's like when you leave it in park and it's park and your key's still in and it starts beeping. It will do that. Yes, Cherokee Girl is correct. You can have the driver's side airbags disabled by a mechanic. They
Now,
have to go in and do it through the computer. It
now,
is through
everyone's
the
been trying to
computer
figure
only.
out if it was in neutral or anything. If I base it by the video of that house that recorded it, I would tell you it was not in neutral. It was still in drive the whole time because you're basing on movement.
Yes. I will say, according to the mechanic, the type the type of transmission that year vehicle has, pulling it from the back or the front, it should roll freely in drive. It is a safety measure to protect the transmission. I mean that came direct from the Honda dealership. I asked for the mechanics department, and I spoke to an ASE certified mechanic that was the assistant manager of the department here in North Carolina where I live. So,
Did you did you ever notice with that video? If you did, it kind of went in and then kind of stopped and then slowly went across. It didn't do like what I call a hydroplane effect.
you talking about the car going in the water?
Yes,
Yeah. It doesn't, something just doesn't look right. I
like
don't
to me,
know
it looked
if
like
there's
there
a
was
way that,
enough time for them to get in here, got to that point. If there was another person in the vehicle, they had enough time to get out and let the rest of it go. They might have been able to manually bring it down to neutral to make it look like it was neutral. But like I said, the video contradicts this whole concept of a neutral concept.
right. I just know a lot of people were asking that question, and I wanted to get the answers, and I went straight to the manufacturer to get
Hmm.
the answers to that question so that it was something that could be addressed and then put in a box to the left so that,
I'm hoping what I've said today might help some people give more answers of what they've been asking like questions.
right. I mean, it definite. I think it's definitely important, and I've got the video for us all to watch. And I want everybody to make up their own mind. Nobody has to agree with me, but I do want people to think logically and critically, and not just take something as fact. What we're being told, this camera is a fire camera or the like National Forestry Service camera
Hmm.
that isn't always turned in the same direction. But miraculously, on the
It
night that
captured it.
Kylie went in the water, it was pointed right there. And miraculously, it's discovered now in public. And the first person that reported about it is SF Investigates. It's just kind of, I don't know, too
Hmm.
convenient, I guess. And I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust the Check It TV guy.
I've never trusted SF Investigates for knowing what he really does.
Yeah.
He, but I looked at him as someone else that I know. Unfortunately, prayers for her in Fort Myers. She does, or she was doing. Let me correct that. What they call law enforcement journalism, and it's like a journalist. They kind of know a lot of things within that law enforcement things, or they have connections with it. Maybe he was working to be a PI, like my friend did, and became a PI. But I look at it as everything that he has done is so kind of unethical because
Yes,
literally he made himself from a searcher to a key witness. And everyone
yes,
looked at me like, you can't say he's a key witness. I'm like, yes. If I see a body and I'm going to court, I am being a key witness in the case. I'm surprised the law enforcement hasn't told him, something now that we have all these things going on, we need to be quiet. Let's say, like I said, let's say this is murder. You are now giving every information out to whoever murdered this young lady. If it was manslaughter, the point is, if we have a suspect in this case, they now know how more things, and for all we know, they got the defense attorneys to protect them. Now they got more ammo going in there. They're going to try to do whatever it takes to dissect this, like these camera thing. It's great the public has it, but now you gave a tool for the defense to make an argumentative
absolutely.
statement. And like, see, something. This can't you tell? This does look like an accident. Like this person was driving fast. They went down heroin into the water. Like you gave reasonable doubt, and
I see.
that's why I've been kind of away from this case, doing other things. I've kind of made a decision. I'm like, something. I want to wait until November 1st,
I see.
regardless what happens. I'd rather wait until November 1st. Why not give the prayers? Because every channel I've seen, you've been doing great. They're all repeating it. They're
Yeah,
all just killing. It's like, honestly, I have a case right now that is barely getting looked at, and it did get talked beforehand. That's still in the rounds, and I'm hoping people that are hearing this look into this case. Or if
right.
not that, you got these other ones. The point is, there's other cases out there that need the attention. This is one.
And
It's got the attention and all.
I'm a, I'm a little. I was talking last night in the live I did yesterday. I'm working a couple other cases. One I've been working locally, and well, I
I would
got
love to talk
paperwork I
long, but
shouldn't have
I
got.
actually have to get going now. Sorry.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. If you want to go ahead and step down, you're good.
Yeah.
I'll pull you off.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
You too. God bless you all.
God bless you. We pull him down so he can do what he needs to do. Um, Lucky Shooter or anybody else that's in the chat, if you want to come up and you have something to say, let me know. I'll drop the link and you're welcome to come up. Um, what, there's my email. It should be popping in the chat. Uh, that's what I was going to ask about the video, the Gray Hughes video. Y'all were good. Nobody's bothering me in the chat. I don't know. About the Gray Hughes video. One question I have. Everybody tell Mike thank you, and we appreciate him coming up and talking to us. We're very thankful and appreciative. I love hearing you guys' opinions and thoughts because y'all make me think. Uh, I'm gonna play a couple videos in a minute so I can do this breathing treatment. But Lucky Shooter, I saw the daytime video, and the thing that bothers me about what I didn't see any different in it. I don't see the car hitting the water. It looks like the car
This is
goes right down at the
amazing. This
water
is
and at
amazing.
the last minute makes a turn. Thank you, Lucky Shooter. Awesome. Appreciate you for becoming a member. Thank you. Uh, and I just want to know what you guys think about that and how everybody feels about it. And again, no matter unless Gray can get it zoomed in enough that we can tell who's driving and what positions people are in the car. Again, my question is, does the video show Kiely behind the wheel? Okay, cool. Mike says you could always catch him on Salty Three Pancakes 3, not sure if I'm saying that right, or Shack Lady discussing the Dylan Rounds case. Well, thank you, Lucky Shooter. But that's the question. Has anybody seen any video out there that shows us who's in the car, who was driving, where they were positioned? Has anybody shown the 3 seconds beyond what we're all being shown? Because it shows the car going right up to the water and it cuts off. And when you go in yourself to the thing, I'm being told, and I'm trying to do it, but it won't let me do it from the Chromebook. I'm going to have a home computer or a regular laptop. No, Krista, please don't bite your tongue. I'm dying for somebody to answer. Like, please. I want to know. I want to know the truth. Like, I'm asking because I'm telling you what I think and what I saw, but y'all may have, different opinions. Y'all might have some thoughts or some knowledge that I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. But what I'm saying is, who, honestly, other than proving the car, saying that this could prove that the car was in there from that moment on. So now you're saying that Nevada County and Alameda dive teams suck. You're saying that the searchers were inept. You're saying that if Kiely was behind the wheel, AWP lied. There's a lot that you have to say if you take it to mean that, I understand that, Lucky, but does it show who's in the car? Does it show who's in the car? Does it show if anybody got out of the car and made it to the water? I agree with you, Explore With Me. I don't see AWP ever lying. They have nothing to gain. They volunteer, and they have been drugged through the fucking mud and disparaged, and it pisses me off. Sorry, I'm going to get mad and start coughing again. To no end. Thank you, Krista. I can't find where I saw it today either, but I agree with you. The same thing that CNY family, the same thing that Jules Thought said. I cannot find the video I watched. But if you let it continue another 3.2 or 3.4 seconds after you see the lights continue around the bend. Thank you. Me too, Explore With Me. Right, and again, I'm not saying that it's not her. Let's devil's advocate it, okay? Bingo, Keister, agree with you. All I'm saying is, thank you, Kiana's Life Football. I agree. A 16-year-old was not driving that vehicle. Then it's crazy to me how the one car stops right at the end of the pathway as if they were there to pick up. Bingo. Thank you. They were there waiting on somebody who was driving that car to get the hell out and run back up, jump in, and take off. That's what it looks like to me. And before the car turns right going down towards the water, it looks like they're outside. Y'all remember the game called Stoplight that we used to play back when we was cruising? You're at the stoplight and everybody gets out and runs around the car and jumps back in. I see that in the headlights before the car goes down in the water. Somebody got out of cars, looks like they switched drivers, and somebody hopped into the car that turned right and went down towards the water. Somebody else sat in that other car and moved around a little bit. Then they got out of the water and came running back up, hopped in that car, and took the fuck off. That's what it looks like to me. Now, that's not saying it's not Kiely's car. That's not saying she wasn't in the car. I don't think she was driving the car. Bingo, Krista. I agree. The a-hole SF is just doing anything and everything he can to throw AWP under the bus because he's jealous. He thinks they're going to get a fucking dollar that should be his. Now, we're getting ready. I'm going to play y'all the video that Evil Exists post simply because she told me I could share her work without problem. Yeah, Chinese round reel. We called it stoplight. You don't see that in the superimposed video because it takes the shadows away. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's what I've said too. Can I stop? And again, let's go with the superimposed video and let's say that that's car. That's the car. Check It TV Muffin Top. The family, since he's been there, and Playboy that he is a photographer for. Anyway, let's take the superimposed video and say it's the gospel. Let's do that. Again, does it show who's behind the wheel? Does it show us how many people's in the car? Does it show if anybody got out of the car after it went in the water and went under the water? And got out and ran back up the road? Real shit. We don't even know that Kiely sent the text to her mama. She could have been deceased at 10:30 at night and put in that car. And that car could have been drove in the water or pushed in the water. And that's what we're seeing on the video. And she wasn't even in the mother, or she was in the back or in the back seat. That is my point, period. But we're going to look at this video right quick so I can get stuff set up that I can do this breathing treatment, y'all, and not kill y'all's ears. If I don't do it, I'm going to end up coughing. My chest is burning right now. I didn't want to be rude to Mike, and I never can get anybody to come up. And I was really excited. So, and there's a couple other things and missing persons right around this area that I want to talk about. Thank you, Kenai. Live football. I'm being real. You've got to think logically and critically. Don't take anything even I tell you. Don't take it for the gospel. Go look at it yourself. That's why I give you the links. That's why I tell you where it comes from. Go check it yourself. Don't take my word or nobody else's. Not one of these creators out here. One thing I've learned, we all put our pants on the same. One fucking leg at a time. None of them are better than me. So when it's kind of like when somebody tells me to go look at this or look at that from somebody and I'm doing something about it, it's kind of like you're telling me, oh, well, you're down here and they're up there. But there's a few, I want to go over some stuff I posted a video and I want to show y'all this. So let me put this up and let it play and I'm going to get my breathing treatment started. Elizabeth, hold on. I pulled up a picture of the exact one I'm supposed to get. I haven't been able to find a generic of it on whatchamacallit. It is, well, whatever my butt did. Hold on. It is the Quercetin HBP cold and flu. It's like a green looking box. It's 20 tablets and it's $17.79 at Walmart. It's a green, like the square on the left is green, and it says cold and flu. Try to make it bigger so I can read. It's decongestant, free cold, decongestant free cold symptom relief with high blood pressure, something. It's got like the heart and the two pills side by side and 20 tablets and cold and flu relieves. Runny nose, sneezing, body aches and pains, fever, sore throat, and of course congestion. That's all I know. Ain't trying to be funny. I don't know. I could post a picture somewhere if y'all want me to. I don't care. Just tell me where. Because the rest of them ain't as high, of course. Of course. I know it's the one that they said will work with my blood pressure meds and not have an adverse reaction. And I'm not allergic to any of the ingredients of. Please, Elizabeth, I appreciate it. About depending on what time of day you drive, Katie, around 15 to 17 minutes. Oh wow, Denise, I feel you on that. My grandma had to have both of those done. Walmart's the closest thing to the house. Our Walgreens and CVS don't have it in stock. Okay, Katie, we'll do that. Or did I just put the phone? It's under my butt. I want to let this play and let everybody watch. What did I just do? That, hold on, shit. Photos. Okay. Ma'am, I think I can't take it because of the blood pressure medicine, you know. Right, Yolanda. Exactly. It looks like another. Yes, yes. I hope so. I'm with you on that one, Yolanda. God is watching. I wish I could take the Mucinex. Figure out what I'm doing. Oh. Yes, Elizabeth. Send me an email and I'll just email it to you. Be the quickest. Just a second. I'm having to. Yeah, I do. Let me let this play. Because I got to get this done. Okay. If you send me an email, Elizabeth, I'll look right quick and send it to you. So I just emailed it to myself so I could do it the quickest way. Now I'm going to mute and play this video and start my breathing treatment.
Some very interesting information has just come to light, and I'm still looking into it myself. I'm not familiar with the program being used, but Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed helped me out a bit. She said it's a program used to check wildfires or something. We don't have such a thing in South Africa, so this is very new to me. Anyway, I just watched Sav Girls live, and honestly I felt chills while watching the footage. Look at the white dot that seems to be moving toward Prasa Reservoir. It definitely looks like headlights to me. Could that be Kiely's car going straight into the water? While watching the footage, we see what appears to be headlights, driving straight into the water. In my opinion, there was a halt for a few seconds. Emma says she saw the car halt too, just before going straight in. While watching the headlights carefully, we see it completely disappear. It looks like the car went right into the water. Really chilling. Take a look.
Right there.
They said that you can see the mass exodus and then you can also see headlights after.
Well, it's coming up to 33:30, and they said 33:34. Look, it's right there. It's gotta be. Let's see if it disappears.
All right, I'm trying to see. I'm gonna have to pull this up on the big screen too, because it's to me on my phone.
Or there was something right back there. It could have been that light that just didn't. No. There was a light over there that just disappeared, but that was so quick. And then there was light. But I swear it's gonna be more right here. I will have to do a daytime. But let's just keep an eye on this one right here. Oh my God, that was it. It's gone now.
Yeah, they're saying you are on it.
Some very interesting information has just come to light, and I'm still looking into it myself. I'm not familiar with the program being used, but Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed helped me out a bit. She said it's a program used to check wildfires or something. We don't have such a thing in South Africa, so this is very new to me. Anyway, I just watched Sav Girls live, and honestly I felt chills while watching the footage. Look at the white dot that seems to be moving toward Prasa Reservoir. It definitely looks like headlights to me. Could that be Kiely's car going straight into the water? While watching the footage, we see what appears to be headlights, driving straight into the water. In my opinion, there was a halt for a few seconds. Emma says she saw the car halt too, just before going straight in. While watching the headlights carefully, we see it completely disappear. It looks like the car went right into the water. Really chilling. Take a look.
Right there.
They said that you can see the mass exodus and then you can also see headlights after.
Well, it's coming up to 33:30, and they said 33:34. Look, it's right there. It's gotta be. Let's see if it disappears.
All right, I'm trying to see. I'm gonna have to pull this up on the big screen too, because it's to me on my phone.
Or there was something right back there. It could have been that light that just didn't. No. There was a light over there that just disappeared, but that was so quick. And then there was light. But I swear it's gonna be more right here. I will have to do a daytime. But let's just keep an eye on this one right here. Oh my God, that was it. It's gone now.
Yeah, they're saying you are on it.
I'm gonna put up another video right quick so I can finish this, guys. I'm not supposed to talk while I'm doing it. I'm almost done.
All right. It's been almost a day now since your family members were taken. Do you guys have any new information about what's going on, how the investigation's going?
The sheriff's office hasn't told us what's going on with the investigation, so we're not really privy to it.
So what have you learned from friends through, family members, the connection there?
So it seems like, the pictures have already been released by the sheriff's office. Our cousins went into work yesterday morning. They have a trucking business. So at some point, it seems like there was somebody outside that, was picking up trash possibly. That person was let into the business to possibly give them more trash to take with them if he was recycling, and offered like beverages like, hey, you're here, why don't we give you juice to make you whole? And it seems like at some point that whole encounter like turned into a kidnapping. It's somebody that none of the family knows, and we've all reviewed, the pictures from that video surveillance that the SO shared already.
So you don't think that they had any idea who this guy was?
No, because
No, we don't.
the cousin, like there's one of our cousins that was there without his wife, without his child. Like his wife is with us, and she's reviewed that video surveillance to see if it was maybe an employee that worked there, or a former employee, or just somebody that they have maybe an acquaintance with, and she has not recognized him. She's never seen him before.
Now you said they have a trucking company. Did he kidnap him and make him drive in a truck or anything like that? Their car?
We don't have any vehicle description, like, how they got out of there.
What kind of business when it comes to trucking or do they do? Do you know?
It's called short haul, long haul trucking. It's a transportation, and we have the trucks, we have the drivers, and we just haul the product like a water, soda, chips to all stores.
Okay, so nothing like, let's say, gold or diamonds or anything.
No, sir. No, this is really just water, soda, chips, juice. This is all like a grocery stuff. That's it.
Now, have your cousins lived in Merced for a long time?
No, he was an old driver for the original charge that he first had. He drove for that company. Elizabeth, I emailed you back. Katie, I messaged you.
Immigrated here from Punjab in India in the early 2000s. So they've been living in the Merced area since they've arrived.
Did they keep a pretty, quiet lifestyle? I mean, anybody that they might have pissed off over the course of time?
We've been thinking about this, and now they live a pretty normal lifestyle. They live in a neighborhood near Merced College. They drive normal cars like minivans and pickup trucks. They wear normal clothes like the ones that you guys already have in the pictures that were released to the media.
Go to church every Sunday. I mean, it's a very simple life, man. No clubs, no parties, nothing.
So what are you guys doing now?
We're trying to piece it together ourselves. We're asking, the media help us. We're asking the community help us. My cousin, I think, went out, you get uneasy sitting here. I felt almost helpless. So when we do start feeling helpless, some of these guys have gone out to the committee themselves to see if they can pick up some pieces, find some clues, and, try to get some, idea of what's happening here. It's unsettling.
Anything else you can tell me that there seems to be some difference as far as the names. Jazz Deep, I've seen Derry. I've also seen Singh.
Jasdeep his daughter's name is Aruhi Derry. Jasdeep, Amandeep, they both have the name like Singh, not Derry. Amandeep, usually Singh is a middle name and last name.
Why did they feel the need to explain the Singh name, by the way, and ask questions about it? Like, I did not get that part. What was the need for that? Just like the statement we're going to see at the end, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Name is Derry. I don't know how it's on their passports. So Singh is like a Smith, like a middle name here in a Punjab. So everybody have Singh on the names. My last name is Derry, Dheri. But some people put only Singhs on it, just a Amandeep Singh, Jasdeep Singh. But when the Aruhi, the daughter, born, they registered her name Aruhi Derry.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say?
So, like, is this going to be a news writing? What you're doing is.
Just a little tidbit. These people have donated to Mr. Wu. Thank you, Denise.
You're awesome.
Thank
Please
you
take
so
care
much,
of your
Denise.
health. You can't
You are
help others if you
appreciated.
don't take care of yourself.
They also donated to Mr. Wayne Wu and his re-election campaign fund. My question is, which one of these people, these family members, live in Placer County, where Wayne Wu was sheriff? That's what I want to know. Can somebody please tell me that? Just a serious question. Which one of them live in Placer County where they're donating to Wayne Wu's re-election fund? And could that be? And just so, thank you. Celicia Singh worked as a dispatcher for California Highway Patrol. Thank you very much. I had found that out. There was a Celicia Singh. So is she a whistleblower? Good possible chance. Could this kidnapping be related to Kiely's? I want y'all to finish. We're going to finish watching this interview. And then I'm going to explain something. When they're asked what kind of trucking company they have, and that's told, they explain that they all mainly produce. I'm going to be real with y'all. They don't know what the hell they're hauling. Y'all know I went riding in a truck. Listen, I'm almost done. Let this play, and I'm going to go over that.
Is this going to be televised, broadcasted? Like, what's the platform that we have here?
This will be on our 10 o'clock news. It'll also go on our website. So, and after I talk with you, I'm going to call the sheriff and see if there's anything new.
Okay. Is this going to be like a written format? Is it going to be?
As soon as I finish this breathing treatment, I'm going to tell y'all something about the trucking company, and I'm going to tell you something about the manner of death that the 4 individuals faced. And y'all tell me if you think there's a connection. And a message.
Pretty much what we told you, and is it going to be in a nightly broadcast? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, it'll be a roughly a minute and a half, 2-minute story in our broadcast tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 26, and then we will also put it on our website, and they'll use short clips from YouTube.
Okay, we have a few things that we want to say. I don't know if he'll make it, but you guys can decide that on yourselves. If we can give at least a statement,
Sure.
Give some clarity to everybody what we're asking for.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah, so we want to thank, obviously, you guys for giving us a platform to get this story out there. My uncle and my aunt and my cousins immigrated here to this country in the early 2000s, seeking the American dream through.
Cherokee, now those bills of lading and your receipts uploading and offloading are different for different companies. That's what I was going to explain. I saw 3 different ways that it was done when I took that last ride on the truck. And he was a subcontractor working just like these do. So I'm going to explain that. I'm almost done. Y'all hear it sorting out just a little bit, or it's getting near the end of this.
through dedication and hard work, they attained that goal. Yesterday, the American dream really became American nightmare. My cousins are missing, along with my 8-month-old infant niece. My family's feeling every emotion you can imagine. Despite the shock and that anger we feel, we're trying to abide by the principles of our faith, of the Sikh faith, such as Chadvi Kla, which is keeping high spirits. We want to thank the men and women of the Merced County Sheriff's Office for their professionalism and hard work. In the coming days, we implore them to continue to investigate, explore every lead, remain diligent and persistent, and continue to work this case. To our governor, Californians rely on law and order. Living this way is unacceptable. Please deploy every resource available to you. Reach out to my family and reassure them of what your office is doing. To the suspect, there is no honor in kidnapping an innocent baby. What you've done and what you're doing is cowardly. Let them go. Let them go. Lastly, we are asking the media, everyone watching, to spread this message.
All we wanted just our family returned to us back safely. That's all we wanted. Even whoever the people took them, I request them to please return them to home safely. And even I don't want to press any charges against them if they've sent them safely home. That's it.
Okay, let me turn this off, y'all. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, for those of you who could be triggered by what I'm about to say about the manner in which this family became deceased, press the mute button for about 2 minutes. I think I have too, Krista. Please see if you can find it and send it to me because he looks so familiar. Trigger warning, huge. I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to inform you. They did not tell us if the 8-month-old received the same treatment. But I know the 2 males did. They did not say the female. As I understood the news article, the 2 males and the female, they did not say about the child. Heads and hands removed. That is a specific message, generally cartel type execution. And yes, I'm not going to play the video. I'm not going to play the audio about it. But anybody that knows anything about it, look it up. Dead ass. That is straight, right, Blue Willow. That's straight cartel. Yes, Krista, it's supposed to make it harder to identify. And it makes sense as to why the person that took them tried to unalive himself. It makes sense as to why everything got burned. You burnt it and you remove it. Woolston, oh yeah, you'll have to give me just a minute. Send me an email, Woolston, so I can send you the link. That's what I was doing right before the live, and I found it. I know Gray has a really good video about it. If you want to go over there, Woolston, right quick, he's got it up. I'm not putting it up. I just can't. I can't. Thank you, Woolston. I can't do that. coming from where I come from, it was very triggering and difficult for me. I can't do that. I just can't. So I'll tell you, Gray Hughes has an excellent coverage of that. If you guys are interested in hearing more about that part, I will see if Celicia, I already have. I did a whole video about the Celicia Singh. I have. Yes, fingernails could have DNA. Thank you, Cherokee Girl. That's what I'm getting at. It is a message, in my opinion. A huge message. Well, were they related to Celicia and Vanessa? I won't. Okay, yes, Wilson, I've got that queued up. I've got some stuff to talk about. We're going to look at several missing persons cases in that area. Right now, I just want to look at the surveillance video. I want to watch that. There's several things in this video I want to point out. I want us to watch it all together, okay? And then I also have, let's see. I have the SF Investigates Prosser Reservoir camera, but he only put up 20 seconds. And honestly, it shows nothing, in my opinion. His does. But it's the same one everybody else has been looking at, by the way. And I don't know that it's the one I had just from yesterday. Okay, let's see. Trying to see if they updated it. They put it in the written one. If I can find it in written format. It's not hitting play. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying. Yeah, the sheriff is saying that it's an ex-employee, but y'all just heard the family say that all of them, including the wife and everything else, said that it's not. So what's the truth? Is the family telling the truth when they said they didn't know this person and blah, blah, or is the sheriff telling the truth when he's saying that it's an ex-employee? Okay, I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to pull up that link that I was talking about. Okay. Then I'm going to show y'all another article about 2 bodies found submerged in Gar in the Stanislaus River near golf course. And this is April 6th, but it's important. And you'll see why I say it. Okay, let's let this one play. Let me mute myself. Boss, if it's an ex-employee, why did the family just do a interview that I showed saying that they didn't know the man and he was nobody to them? And that's when they showed his mugshot and his name and everything.
In his black Dodge pickup. It's down in the corner. You can see the pickup here. These cameras are motion sensitive and they go off every 30 seconds once they detect motion. So that's some of the video is choppy. At 8:58, you see Jasdeep come out the back door, and it's very important to note there's someone walking down South Highway 59 South. We're not sure if the dog alerted him, if there was some type of motion sensor or some type of app on his phone, that's why he came out and looked. At 8:59, this is the other side. You can see a subject walking down south on Highway 59 at the business. And you'll see Jasdeep come out, and he appears to be on his phone, and we're not sure, again, if he's got a motion or what's alerting him to come outside. Jasdeep goes over and makes contact with our suspect, and then you'll see them walking back over towards the building. He's got this trash bag in his hand. As Jeep walks up to the building, we'll pause it and get a photo of our suspect. And you'll continue to walk up the ramp. You'll put down the trash bag, and you'll see right there, he pulls out a firearm. He then enters the business. Unfortunately, there's no cameras inside of the business, so we have no video surveillance inside. At 9:11, the back door opens. You'll see the suspect come out, and you'll see the firearm. And then it also appears that Jasdeep and Amandeep are zip tied behind their backs. Jasdeep and Amandeep are put in the back seat of the pickup truck. All right, so that was 9:13 when the vehicle left. It's now 9:19. The truck is back. Same suspect gets out of the vehicle, goes back inside the business. Less than a minute later, you're going to see Jasleen and Arohi come out of the
I've been talking to y'all this whole time. Okay, let me say this. I said the same thing Krista's asking. Y'all are missing what she's asking. The same thing I'm asking. I'm going to rewind and play this over. At the very minimum, he walks these two guys out to the car and then goes back. Where's the 911 call? There's nobody inside of there with her and the baby. Why didn't she call 911? Why didn't she run out the front fucking door or the back door? He couldn't see both on that trailer at the same time. He was by himself. I don't know. I want to rewatch this because to me it almost looks like he puts the two guys in the vehicle and he leaves for a minute and comes back in the vehicle, or either just pulls it forward. Either way, why was she not calling 911? At the very least, he walks out the back door and it's just him and the two men that are zip tied. And then he goes back in. I agree, Keister. I agree. You could see it on that. That's why that first interview I played first. To me, it was the most important in this case. Because everything in the body language, everything in the face, in theirs and in this video, tells me these people knew why this was happening. Maybe they didn't know that man, but they knew why it was happening. I don't know what the deal is. And everybody's talking about in the live stream I was in last night, Denise, he might have threatened to kill him if anything happened, but God dang, he's done got you zip tied in a truck. I've got a baby. The first thing you're going to do is protect your baby. Yes, Leigh Marie, they do use the cartel to bring their relatives to the U.S. And that's what was alleged was involved. That same cartel was allegedly involved and hired to do something to Kiely, allegedly by the Celicia Singh. I think everybody in that family knows why. But I'm sorry, I don't understand why you're not going to save your baby. Put your baby in a blanket and listen, I would have tried anything. You never get in the car. That's right. We went over that with Liza Fletcher's story. She might have lost her life fighting, but at least she fought till the bitter end. You give in, you give up. It's over. I can't understand why you gave up like that. There's something else. There's something we're missing. You know? There's something I'm not catching. Yes. If you get in the car, wow, Leigh Marie. And then everybody's talking about the trucks in the parking lot. Let me explain something. This is the business office. This may not be the truck parking lot. Also, Exactly, Keister. That's the only thing that makes sense. But on a trucking thing like that, let me explain a few things about the truck company, the top that they said they were doing and stuff. I think it's important to tell y'all and let y'all know and help understand just a little bit that I learned when I was riding on the truck myself. When I went out posting the flyers and stuff. Sorry, y'all. I got a little heady, dizzy. When it's a subcontractor like that, you're subcontracted. They hire drivers for their rigs they own. Most of the time, they don't own the trailers. They just own the rig itself. Okay, that's one. Two, they can get a bill of lading, and if it comes from a company that's not so above board, it may say that they're hauling. Nope, it was in California. Yeah, y'all can't hear me talking. Have y'all been able to hear me talking? Anyway, it may say that you're hauling lettuce or tomatoes or something. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what's in there. It's sealed. Usually it's like a plastic seal or a metal seal, and it's got a stamp on it. And when it gets unsealed is when you back your ass up into that bay to drop it, or wherever you're dropping the load at. Different companies do it different ways. Some companies give you a paper receipt. Some companies do it digitally, and that truck driver may or may not even get a receipt. Like when we dropped at Walmart with him, he didn't get nothing from Walmart. He got an email within 24 hours after we finished the drop off at the Walmart warehouse. It honestly just depends on what the agreement is with that company, you know? Yeah, the dog was chained. What good is that shit? I agree. And, damn it. Sorry, y'all. But my point, I want to explain that part. God, my phone keeps going off, y'all. I apologize. I feel like I'm sweating to death right now after I took that breathing treatment. It does it to me. I do apologize, but I can breathe so much better. There's different ways that you get them. The driver has no clue what they're hauling most of the time, okay? See, I don't know what you mean by LTLs, Krista. Oh yeah. Thank you, True Crime, because that was another point. It seems like that what the family said in the family interview that I played before this. Oh my Lord. People screaming and hollering inside this house. I'm good. I'm insane. Okay. Oh, got you, Krista. See, I don't know. They won't do that anymore. The company he was driving for, even if it's not a full load, it's one at a time thing. And that's just how their contracts work, I guess. So I guess that differs too from company to company. Oh my Lord. Trying to think how to say this. Right, and that's what he had guns. They all appeared so chill. Okay, let's let this. That's what, thank you, Keister. I agree. It might not even be their transportation business except on paper. I've noticed that, Woolston. He did have some guns. He had a plastic bag of trash and guns. Okay. I would have run. Listen, y'all think I'm crazy, but the old adage of if somebody's holding a gun to my head and I know I'm not gonna be able to fight them and get away, I'm gonna stick my finger in the hole of the barrel. It might blow my arm off, but I'll still be alive. Right, Krista? Okay, let this play and I'm gonna stop it in a minute. I wanna rewind and talk about certain stuff.
Jazz Deep goes over and makes contact with our suspect, and then you'll see them walking back over towards the building.
Now the family is saying that they believe he went to ask the guy what he was out there doing, and when he found out he was supposed to be cleaning up, you know, he said it's a hot day, come inside, get something to drink, let me make you whole again. Just seems a little contrived.
He's got this trash bag in his hand as Jeep walks up to the building. We'll pause it and get a
I paused it here for a reason. I want y'all to look at how he stops and eyeballs the camera. He's either already scoped it out and knows where the camera is or knew where it was before, because he literally stops and eyeballs the camera at this point.
photo of our suspect. And you'll continue to walk up the ramp. You'll put down the trash bag, and you'll see right there, he pulls out a firearm. He then enters the business. Unfortunately, there's no cameras inside of the business, so we have no video surveillance inside. At 9/11, the back door opens. You'll see the suspect come out, and you'll see the firearm. And then it also appears that Jazz Deep and Almond Deep are zip tied behind their backs. Jazdeep and Almandeep are put in the back seat of the pickup truck. All right, so that was 9:13 when the vehicle left. It's now 9:19. The truck is back. Same suspect gets out of the vehicle, goes back inside the business. Less than a minute later, you're going to see Jasleen and Arohi come out of the business unrestrained. And you'll see the truck leave southbound Highway 59 right before the video ends. From this point on, we no longer see any of the 4 victims on video at the location, or the suspect vehicle, or the suspect. Talk about the rest. At that point, we assigned all of our detectives, including our investigations bureau, our supervised release team, our STAR team, and along with the county magnet to this investigation. They also were able to get the FBI along with the California Department of Justice involved, and we've been working on this case diligently from the moment that we were informed of the missing. From that point, we worked on several investigative leads, which led us to an incident that occurred in the city of Atwater yesterday just prior to noon. During that incident, the city of Atwater received information that there was an individual in the city that may be connected to this case. Prior to the law enforcement arriving on scene, that subject, Jesus Soldado, made an attempt on his life and was taken by ambulance to the hospital for medical treatment. Since then, we've been unable to speak to the suspect in this case due to his medical condition and his attempt on his own life. I'll turn it back over to the sheriff for any other questions.
We are currently
Okay, I'm rewinding so we can time some stuff. Okay. Yeah, that the suspect, ain't it convenient how the suspect can't talk? Nobody else was there but the 3 adults and the child, allegedly. Sorry that y'all not get noticed. I've had a video posted on the community tab section and a live stream announcing the 5 p.m. live. That's what I'm thinking, Wolstenholme. And let me say this. Call me crazy. But if this actually was a cartel style hit, that he was paid to do, like a hitman, exactly, Denise. The best, I'm saying, how I say it, if it was that type of situation and a professional hit, then it's quite possible. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Trying to see if it tells. Yeah, why do they say, okay, I'm so confused. I'm going to have to show y'all this, or we're going to have to listen to this. Wow, this is, I hadn't read this one. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I want to switch something. We'll come back to that in just a second. I want to show y'all this article. I can't find. Yeah, because I want y'all to see this. It's kind of it's weird. Weird. I agree with you, Michelle. Just hold on. I just found something really odd. And if it doesn't, if the video part of it doesn't say what's in the written article, I'm going to read it to you. And then I'm going to just show y'all Gray's page and where he says how they were found. I can't find that article with the one article I found. It's making me try to subscribe to a Los Angeles newspaper. So just bear with me. I apologize, y'all. Trying to get it to come up. Come on. Just being extra slow right now. Must feel like I do. Says it's loading. About to make me a chai latte tea. Tony Dodge is not the only person that Celicia Singh talked to. I'm going to pull up some of my videos as well and we'll look at them. I just want to look at this right quick.
In a late-night press conference, the Merced County Sheriff confirmed the news that 4 family members have been found dead after a multi-day search.
There's no words right now to describe the anger I feel and the senselessness of this incident.
He said the bodies of brothers Jasdeep and Amandeep Singh, Jasdeep's wife Jasleen Kaur, and their 8-month-old daughter Aruhi Derhi were found by a farm worker in a field close together. On Thursday, police shared this surveillance video of them being led out of their trucking business at gunpoint, their hands bound in zip ties behind their backs. Officials say that masked suspect is Jesus Salgado. He had previously been convicted for false imprisonment and first-degree robbery and is now in custody recovering at a hospital after attempting to take his own life.
There's going to be a lot of people angry with God for this, and where they need to focus their anger is primarily on a judicial system that allowed this guy out early, as far as I'm concerned.
Earlier, extended family members pleaded with the public for help, hoping to find their loved ones.
If you guys have any helpful tip or video, please provide it to the Sheriff Department.
They can now at least have some kind of closure to what's going on. It's not the closure we were hoping for. It's not the closure they were hoping for.
The sheriff's office believes there may be additional suspects involved, but are releasing few details due to the ongoing investigation. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high-quality live streams for free?
Okay, there it goes. All right, a couple things in this article I want to look at, okay? Let's see. Says on here that they haven't revealed the cause of death of the family members, but that the kidnapped persons were likely killed before they were even reported as missing persons. So, sorry. Okay, then says that they were, where did it go? But before they were reported as missing. Sorry, y'all. Just feeling really weak. It is strange that we hadn't seen Woo at all. Okay, I didn't kick you out the chat, Cherokee, I promise. Okay. And then the next thing, right here it says, this is why it was very weird to me. What did he reply, Lil Dev? Does make you wonder Woolston home, doesn't it? Okay. It says it shows them forcibly taken from their family-run trucking business in 2 separate car trips. And it says that the attacker marched the family into his van. That didn't look like a van to me. Oh, yes, Michelle. Almost like safety money. But y'all hear what it's saying. It says there's 2 separate car trips. And then it says that they're putting into his van, but I thought it was a truck. Now here's the next part. It says one person is in police custody in connection with the murders, but is currently unconscious after a suicide attempt, the sheriff revealed earlier Wednesday. Jesus Manuel Santiago, 48, was arrested on Tuesday following the use of the family's ATM bank card at a bank in Atwater, California. Okay, but listen to what it says. The BBC reported that police later determined the card was not used by Salgado. He did, however, allegedly admit to his family, who contacted police, that he was involved in the kidnapping. I don't understand. And remember this, he also attempted suicide prior to any law enforcement contact. And then he has to be sedated every time he's come to near consciousness because he's been so violent. Y'all don't find that just strange? I do too, true crime and other stuff. Something about this just is, I don't know. There's just something not right. And then I watched that videotape and I'm like, what the heck? I'm going to pull up Gray's page. I want to show y'all. We'll just look at his thumbnails because I'm not getting struck by him for showing his stuff. I think so too, Keister. La Familia. Agreed. Let's see. I'm not feeling so great. I'm not going to lie. Wow, Michelle. Didn't know that. I'm not feeling really good. Please don't forget to hit that Cash App or PayPal if you can. I've got the money to get my medicine. Now I think I just need like $12 and I'll have gas to put and I can go ahead and I can probably take my Duke's car and go get it, but not have to wait on Lacey. And I really need it. I may have to end up cutting this live short, you guys, because I don't feel good at all. I get what you're saying, Michelle. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Trying to get his thumbnail to show up, not the video. It's not working really good. Thought it was on the stream. You can see the one where it says 4 bodies found in kidnapping case, analyze footage. It tells you headless, handless bodies found in trunk. 18 hours ago. There's 2 of them together, but I can't get it to get any bigger. So I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but and on the Debbie Collier case, it's pretty cut and dry. That's why I covered it. The daughter's boyfriend, the exact amount that was sent in the Venmo is the exact amount he needs to pay all his fines and fees and such. Take that how you will. Alright, I want to show a couple videos real quick that I posted that may help you guys understand something, a thing or two. A lot of people didn't watch it. I'm looking for it. Where's my Celicia Singh video? Okay, here's the thing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show 2 or 3 videos that I've done and let y'all look at them right quick before I say good night. Just put a little, for those of you that haven't watched it, put a little something out there. Look on our community tab section, by the way, for updates. I'm going to announce about the award show since I didn't get any emails. All right. Here's the first video. These are really short. It'll take less than 10 minutes for all of it. Hello, everybody. I know a lot of people thought I was crazy when I first presented these text messages and went over this. You guys can read the messages for yourself and see what I was seeing. Then I went through and tried to prove points to not be true. You know, like the bust in Florida on the trafficking ring. But then when I go to look it up, and you'll see, here's my Google search that comes up on the screen. And then I went and looked at the individual stories. Well, they match up. The people that were supposedly caught during this bust. There was law enforcement caught. There was victims that told on the perpetrators caught. Then when I really, really get to looking, I see this name pops up over and over again with none other than Mr. Tony Dodge, who has been quite the odd character in this entire situation. So then I start looking, and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can find on social media, because we've seen a picture. I was looking for this exact picture in the cut-off shorts with the crossbody purse in front of the Hollywood sign, you know, and the sneakers and whatnot. So I go through looking. Of course, you can't see the face of the individual. What I do find out is there's a bazillion Facebook pages with this Vanessa lady, but there's only one that the cover photo has the same individual kneeling down with sort of, well, right now you're looking at the different news articles that pulled up. You can Google and check all those out yourself. Then when we go to social media, which should be what comes up next, the lady, she's asked to explain why she lied in the one storyline. She does give a plausible explanation given how crazy this entire story is. So then I decide, well, let me prove something else to be true, you know, or untrue, I should say. Go to social media and we'll look up this lady and just prove there's no correlation. What happens? I go to social media, I pull up this lady, and the picture that she sent in these text messages of what's supposed to be the Vanessa lady. Lo and behold, the cover photo. I see a lady kneeling down. Again, we can't see her face. It is a Vanessa Singh. And what do you see? But the same shoes. That's right. I circled it. It's in red. Thank you for my assistant, people that helps me do research and look and catches things I don't. And then in Kiely Rodni's memorial, we got the bendy symbol. Peace, love, and light. Good morning, everyone. This is about Kiely's case, and specifically the black box. Looking at this picture, you can see damage to the driver's side rear corner above and below the taillight. The black box will have a recording of when this occurred, if it occurred to help push her car in the water or previously. That is some of the data they will have to recover. This is kind of what an EDU looks like that would be found in her car. The best picture that I could find anywhere. I've been scouring the web, and that was the best picture I could find of the device that law enforcement will be using, which may be why we're waiting until November 1st, you guys. There is where it should be located, the outlined in red, in a Honda 2013 CRV. I'm still trying to find out just how much data they recorded. They've been in present since computers were put in cars. This is a picture of the interface that will be necessary to use for the the electronics central module, control module, whatever they call it, ECM, I call it EDU, it's ECM. Anyway, that's what it looks like. And here is what most event data recorders have. You got your engine speed, your vehicle speed, your throttle position, your braking status, forces of impact, important airbag deployment, safety belt usage, and steering input. Some of them can also tell us if the windows went up or down. It'll let us know if there was an impact. It'll let us know if that car was in drive when it hit the water. But knowing when their windows got rolled down and getting locations, driving distance is very important. We'll talk more in the live stream to make sure we get it all. As always, please watch to the end. Please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and ring the bell. Peace, love, and light. Show support. Details in description. Good point, Cherokee. I was wondering if anybody was going to say anything about that. By the way, I showed that memorial and I said something about Hindu Bindi symbolism on it. And people act like they didn't know what I was talking about. Then when the Singh connection came through and what their name goes back to and the trace the origins of it, Casey from Living Lake Life put a great little short out today about the origin of the name and where it goes back to. But I do believe there are religious ties there, which is odd considering her ethnicity. That being said, there's a lot of information that can be gotten from the quote-unquote black box in Kiely's case. I feel like that getting that interface, decoding that information, and reading that information properly may be what we're waiting on till November 1st rather than the talks report. I can't breathe. Oh, okay. I do know we can find out why the airbags didn't deploy. And I didn't even cover Cherokee's good point I was going to talk about. Sorry. Where's the brake lights and the tail lights in that video? Would they not have shown up? You know, the short video at the lake that we got from the trail cam or whatever. Where's the tail lights? Where's the back brake lights? If your headlights is on, your rear lights are on your car, right? Where's the red lights? Serious question. Where are they at? Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I'm just tired from being. I get tired real easy right now. I'm sorry. But I mean, can anybody answer that question? Would that not have been visible in that video? Were they visible in the video that Gray did? See, I didn't see them. In any video I've watched of this, I see no lights other than white lights. Like, so where are they? Where are they? So where are the red lights is my question. Was that a car or was that an ATV we saw? Sir, I'm with you. Got you, little damn. But I'm serious. What, other than a boat, what type of vehicle could have been going down that same road that would not have tail lights but would have headlights to be seen. Not one of the cars had tail lights. Not one vehicle did I see red lights. Right. So where are the backlights on any of the vehicles we saw? I'm just asking because I want to know. I want to know the explanation for that. If somebody lost their life, I think it's important to answer every single question and to think logically. I will be announcing new Sunshine of the Month tomorrow, or if I could do a live later tonight, I will. Could somebody have changed times and dates or locations? Why have we not heard about these cameras before? Because Sammy knew about all the cameras, right? I think so too, Woolston Home. Right on, Muffin Top. She sure claimed to. That's right. Let's say we know that video was from that day and that time. Where the lights at? Well, the video cut off when it cut off. Where's the rest of it? Is that why it makes me yawn so much? It's opening up my airway after I do a breathing treatment when I get so tired. This one has a steroid in it. Right, how come? I wonder if AWB's aware of this shit too. I'm just asking questions that my mind asks myself when I look at this. Even if Devil's Advocate, this is an official video released by the police and it's authentic, and that's Kiely's car. Have we been able to ascertain who was in the car? Have we been able to ascertain who was driving the car? How many people was in the car? Yeah, it makes me jittery. Like I feel like I'm shaking. Can't breathe. Oh God, I'm dying. Exactly, brake lights are made to stand out. It is albuterol. Oh, got you. That's what I'm saying. Why is nobody hitting their brake lights? Why is nobody's tail lights visible? Yes, Krista. Yep, Kuma. Sure does. I said this one's stronger than the one I'm usually doing. Alright, guys. I'm going to have to... I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to get off here and lay down and just get a little rest. I feel tired. Just wore out tired. Don't forget, if y'all can, hit Cash App, PayPal, and the Venmo. I'll try to come back later. I'm going to lay back and let my medicine work. Okay. Got you. Understood. Thank y'all. I'm going to just try to get some rest. Thank y'all. Like I said, anybody can help out. Lacey won't be home until about 11:30. So, I wanted to see the map that was on the van at the Central Post where people were checking in at that table. I need a copy of that map. A picture, just a good picture of it where it's posted. There's a reason. I swear to God, there's something I want to show y'all. Thank you, Krista. Thank you so much, each and every one of y'all, for sharing your time. Anybody that can help, please do hit Cash Up and PayPal and Venmo. I'm going to try and hope I can get enough with what I got to put gas in and go to the store and get it. Not have to wait till Lacey gets here so I can feel better. Peace, love, and light. I'll hopefully see y'all later on tonight.